This is probably some of the weirdest advice you've ever heard, but it's actually insanely useful. And I've only just realized how good it actually is after implementing it myself. It's your self-image. Huh? What do you mean by this? Chances are you probably have a really bad self-image and think of yourself actually pretty negatively. And what if I told you this is detrimental to your success in this game? You probably go into most games all like shy, thinking, man, I hope I qual, I might be able to scrape by, I don't know if I can do this. Or man, I don't know if we can beat these players, they're pretty good. Or maybe, I don't know if I can go pro, I'm pretty lazy. And I know it takes heaps of work, I've never achieved anything in my life, so I don't know. There's many ways you could put it, but regardless, this is terrible, and mentally thinking like this actually physically affects how you play. Instead of this, you want to, as much as you can, constantly convince yourself that you are the man. You are the hardest worker, and you could probably take on those pros if they key you because they're not that good and I've been grinding super hard. Obviously, you can't be completely delusional. It needs to be something that your brain can actually believe. And another way you can do this is to visualize before you do a task the success that you want to come out of doing that task. Going into FNCS, imagine yourself destroying lobbies and then finishing the tournament out in like a super high spot on the leaderboard. Need to win this game? Then imagine yourself, well, winning the game. This just does something so weird for your confidence. And yes, I know, this does sound like some white girl horoscope fairy tale stuff, I know. And that's what I thought for years, bro, until I actually tried it and I was like, wait, I wish I did this earlier. So what I do personally, it may be cringe, but it helps so much, I don't care. Before editing my videos, I usually just sit and put on some like build up music that's like super epic or just anything that makes me feel like the GOAT. And I'll literally just sit and think about the satisfaction from finishing editing that video and hitting render. Or maybe I'll like visualize my competition like procrastinating, scrolling on their phone while on their bed while I'm working really hard. Or I'll think about it the other way around, like I'll imagine my competition trying really hard to work harder than me, which just aggravates me to work even harder so I don't fall behind them. We have like a survival instinct inside of us to react to these scenarios. Say you're like in the wild, like getting attacked by an animal, right? That's a scenario, and in that scenario your brain will kick in because it realizes what's happening and it'll make yourself more motivated to like run away fast or just work harder to get out of the situation, right? And then what you can do with this and manipulate it is literally create these fake scenarios in your brain that your brain will react to. Like bro, look at these clips of David Goggins that you've probably seen before.
They don't know me, son! 22! Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs?
Do you think he's doing that just for fun? No. He's making himself feel like the G, like he's carrying all the heavy equipment for his tribe. And this literally fake scenario that he's created in his brain is helping him push harder and work harder than he usually would be able to. He's not thinking like, I don't know if I can do this, but I'll try. Which is probably how a lot of you think before tournaments or before any practice you're doing.